Alright guys, let's talk about two-step equations today. First of all, let's talk about the instructions on how to solve a two-step equation. The first thing you need to do is identify the variable. Whether it's an x, y, z, or any other letter of the alphabet, you need to make sure you know what it is. Then talk about what happens first in the order of operations. Is it being multiplied or divided? And what happens second? Is it being added or subtracted? Now undo all the work going backwards. And the same thing still applies as when doing one-step equations. You have to do it to both sides of the equal sign. So let's look at this first equation. I have 6 equals 3x plus 12. Well, my variable is x. First I'm multiplying by 3, and then I'm adding 12. So we have to do everything backwards and opposite. So the last thing that was being done is I was adding 12. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 12 from both sides of the equal sign. Well, what happens over here is I have 3x plus 0, leaving me with really just 3x. On the other side, I have 6 minus 12, which gives me negative 6. Now I'm going to undo the multiplying by 3, so I'm going to divide by 3. So x equals negative 2. Can easily substitute that back in and see if it still works. 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6. Negative 6 plus 12 gives me positive 6. So let's try out this next problem. I have 8 plus 2x equals 2. Well, my variable is x. If I follow the order of operations, I would multiply by 2, and then I would add 8. So I need to do everything backwards. Instead of adding 8, I need to subtract 8. These two are going to end up canceling out, so I end up with 2x equals negative 6. Wow, that's two problems with a negative 6. Now how do I undo multiplying by 2? I divide by 2. So x gives me negative 3. So let's take a look at some problems that involve division. Here I have q divided by negative 4 plus 3 equals 18. Well, I start off with a q, I divide by negative 4, and then I add 3. So we have to do everything backwards here. So instead of adding 3, I'm going to subtract 3. 18 minus 3 gives me 15, and on the other side I still have my q divided by negative 4. I would have to multiply by negative 4 on both sides, technically negative 4 over 1, so that I can actually cancel those negative 4s out. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. 15 times negative 4 gives me a negative 60, so I have q equals negative 60. Again, you can always go back to your original equation and substitute that in and see if it works out. If it doesn't, you did something wrong. We're going to end off with t divided by 14 plus 9 equals 13. Well, again, I have to do everything backwards, so instead of adding 9, I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides of my equal sign. I'm left with t divided by 14 equals 4. Now I can multiply by 14 over 1, and again use my cross-canceling or cross-simplifying. I have to multiply by 14 over on this side, so t equals, well, 4 times 10 is 40, 4 times 4 is 16, 40 plus 16 gives me 56. So, t equals 56. Got any questions? Make sure you write these down so that I can answer them tomorrow in class. Have a good day.